Hello students, today we are going to solve the question based on the midpoint theorem. Now let us understand what is the meaning of midpoint theorem. The line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel and equals to half of the third side. That means D and E are midpoints. So this, when we join the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle, then this line segment will be parallel to the third side and also it will be equal to half of the third side. So if D and E are midpoints of AB and AC respectively, then this line segment DE will be parallel to BC and also DE will be half of BC. That means the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side and equals to half of the third side. Based on this midpoint theorem, we will be solving the question from the exercise 8.2. Now let us solve the question number 1 of exercise number 8.2. ABCD is a quadrilateral in which P, Q, R and S are midpoints of sides AB, BC, CD and DA. AC is diagonal. Show that SR is parallel to AC and PQ is equals to SR, and also we have to prove that PQRS is a parallelogram. So we will be using the midpoint theorem for solving this. So let us start the question. In the question it is given that S and R are midpoints of DA and CD. S and R are midpoints of DA and CD respectively, and we know that when we join the midpoints of two sides of a triangle, then it is parallel to third side and equals to half of it. So SR will be parallel to AC and SR is equals to half of AC. We'll mark it as number 1, and this is due to midpoint theorem. So reason is midpoint theorem. Now similarly, P and Q are also midpoint. So P and Q are midpoint. So PQ will be parallel to AC and PQ will be half of AC. So we write P and Q are midpoints of AB and BC respectively. So therefore the PQ will be parallel to AC and PQ will be half of AC, and again the reason will be same, that is the midpoint theorem. Now from first and second, now see, SR is parallel to AC and PQ is also parallel to AC. SR is parallel to AC and PQ is also parallel to AC. So therefore SR and PQ will also be parallel. So SR is parallel to PQ. The line which are parallel to the same, two lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to one another. And also it is given in the question, we have given that is from first SR is equals to half of AC and PQ is also equals to half of AC. So again from first and second, SR will be equals to PQ. Now we can see that SR is parallel to PQ and SR is equals to PQ. So since it is parallel as well as equal, therefore PQRS is a parallelogram. PQRS is a parallelogram, and the reason will be that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram if a pair of four sides is parallel as well as equal. Here it is parallel also and equal also we have proved. This is parallel, SR is parallel to PQ and SR is equals to PQ. Since it is parallel as well as equal, therefore quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram. Now let us solve the question number 2 of exercise number 8.2. ABCD is a rhombus. P, Q, R and S are midpoints of AB, BC, CD and DA respectively, and show that PQRS is a rectangle. Now in the question it is given that A, B, C, D is a rhombus and this P, Q, R and S are midpoints, and we have to show that the PQRS is a rectangle, and we have joined the diagonal AC and BD. Now for proving a rectangle we need to prove PQRS a parallelogram, and we have to prove any one of its angle equals to 90 degree to make it a rectangle. So let us first prove parallelogram. Now in the question it is given that S and R are midpoints of DA and CD respectively. Okay, so therefore SR will be parallel to AC and SR will be equals to half of AC, and this is due to midpoint theorem. This is due to midpoint theorem. So we can write here the reason: midpoint theorem. Now similarly, this P and Q, they are also midpoints of side AB and BC. P and Q are midpoints of AB and BC. Therefore, PQ will be parallel to AC and PQ is half of AC, and that is also due to the same reason, that is midpoint theorem. So this SR is parallel to AC and PQ is also parallel to AC. So from first and second we can say that SR is parallel to AC and PQ is also parallel to AC. So SR and PQ will also be parallel. So SR is parallel to PQ and SR is equals to half of AC and PQ is also equals to half of AC. Therefore, SR and PQ will also be parallel as well as equal. Now, in this quadrilateral PQRS, SR is parallel to PQ and SR is also equals to PQ. So, if a pair of opposite sides in a quadrilateral is equal as well as parallel, then it is a parallelogram. Therefore, we can say that PQRS is a parallelogram. This is marked as equation number 3. Now S and P are midpoints of DA and AB respectively. So therefore we can say that this SP will be parallel to DB. SP parallel to DB. Again, that is due to midpoint theorem. So now SP and DB are parallel. This SP and DB are parallel. So angle 2 and angle 1. Angle 2 is equals to angle 1, and the reason is corresponding angle. Now this is marked as equation number 4. Now we have already proved that PQ is parallel to AC. In second, we have already proved that PQ is parallel to AC from equation second. Since these two lines PQ and AC are parallel, so angle 2 and angle 3 will also be equal. Again, the reason is corresponding angle. You can see that angle 2 and angle 3 are corresponding angle, and that is marked equation number 5. Now from equation 4 and equation 5, angle 2 is equals to angle 1 and angle 2 is equals to angle C. So therefore we can write angle 3 is equals to angle 1. but you can see that angle 1 is 90 degree, but angle 1 is equals to 90 degree. The reason is diagonals of rhombus bisect each other at 90 degree, bisect each other at 90 degree. Now since angle 1 is equals to 90 degree and we have proved that angle 3 is equals to angle 1, therefore angle 3 is also equals to 90 degree, and it is marked as number 6. Now in third we have proved that PQRS is a parallelogram, and in sixth equation we have proved that angle 3 is 90 degree, and we know the definition of rectangle. Rectangle is a parallelogram whose one of its angle is equals to 90 degree. So we have proved 90 as well as parallelogram. Therefore from equation third and sixth we can say that PQRS is a rectangle. So we have proved that when we join the midpoints of the consecutive sides of a rhombus, then the quadrilateral which is formed is a rectangle. Now let us solve the question number 3 of exercise number 8.2. ABCD is a rectangle and P, Q, R and S are midpoints of side AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. Prove that the quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. Now for proving a quadrilateral rhombus, we have to prove it parallelogram, and also we have to prove that the adjacent sides equal. So the parallelogram whose adjacent sides are equal is a rhombus. So we will prove it first. We will prove parallelogram. Now in the question it is given that S and R are midpoints of DA and CD. So this S and R are midpoints of DA and DC. So SR will be parallel to AC and also equals to half of it. SR is parallel to AC and SR is half of AC. That is equation number 1, and this is due to the midpoint theorem. That means when we join the midpoints of two sides of a triangle, we are joining the midpoints of DA and DC. So SR will be parallel to AC and SR will be half of AC. Similarly, P and Q are midpoints of AB and BC respectively. So P is the midpoint of AB and Q is the midpoint of BC. So PQ will be parallel to AC and PQ will be half of AC, and again the reason will be same, that is the midpoint theorem, and PQ is half of AC, that is marked as 2, and the reason is same as midpoint theorem. Now from first and second, from equation first and equation second, SR is parallel to AC and PQ is parallel to AC. So SR and PQ will also be parallel, and also SR is half of AC and PQ is also half of AC. So SR and PQ will also be equal. SR is equals to PQ. Now SR is parallel to PQ also and it is equal also. Since a quadrilateral in which a pair of cosides is equal as well as parallel is a parallelogram. So therefore we can write that PQRS is a parallelogram, and that is equation number 3. So we have proved that it's a parallelogram. Now we'll prove that adjacent sides are equal. For that we'll take DC is equals to AB, and we know the reason. Opposite side of parallelogram, this is rectangle. Opposite sides of rectangle are equal. So since they are equal, so half of DC will also be equals to half of AB. So half of BC is equals to RC and half of AB is equals to PB. So now we have proved that RC and PB are equal. So now we'll take the triangle. In triangle RCQ and triangle PBQ. Let us prove these two triangles congruent. We have proved, this is the equation number 4. RC is equals to PB, proved in 4. And angle RCQ is equals to angle PBQ, as we know that each angle of rectangle is 90 degree, and also CQ is equals to BQ. The reason is Q is the midpoint of BC. So now RC is equals to PB, angles RCQ is equals to PBQ, and the CQ is equals to BQ. So these two triangles are congruent. That is, triangle RCQ is congruent to triangle PBQ, and the reason is side angle side congruence rule. Now since these two triangles are congruent, so RQ and PQ will also be equal. So RQ is equals to PQ, that is due to corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. So now in third equation we have proved that PQRS is a parallelogram, and equation 5th we have proved that the adjacent sides RQ and PQ, this RQ and PQ, these are the adjacent sides of a parallelogram, and the adjacent sides of a parallelogram are equal. So from equation number 3 and 5th, from 3rd and 5th, we can say that PQRS is a rhombus, because rhombus is a parallelogram whose adjacent sides are equal. Now let us solve the question number 6 of exercise number 8.2. Show that the line segment joining the midpoints of opposite sides of a quadrilateral bisect each other. In this question it is given that A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral and P, Q, R and S are midpoints, and we have to prove that the RP and SQ bisect each other. That means we have to prove that RO is equals to PO and SO is equals to QO. Now let us solve this. In this we are using the property of theorem that is known as midpoint theorem. Now in this question S and R are midpoints of DA and DC, DA and CD. Therefore SR will be parallel to AC and SR will be half of AC. This is equation number 1, and this is due to the midpoint theorem. As we know that when we join the midpoint of two sides of a triangle, it is parallel to third side and equals to half of it. So the reason is midpoint theorem. Similarly, this P and Q are also midpoint. So PQ will be parallel to AC and PQ will be half of AC. P and Q are midpoints of AB and BC. So PQ will be parallel to AC and PQ will be half of AC, and the reason again will be the same, that is the midpoint theorem. Now from equation 1st and 2nd, as you can see, SR is parallel to AC and PQ is parallel to AC. SR is parallel to AC and PQ is also parallel to AC. So therefore SR and PQ will be parallel to each other. SR is parallel to PQ. Also it is given that SR is half of AC. This SR is half of AC and PQ is also half of AC. So therefore SR will also be equals to PQ. Now since in a quadrilateral, if a pair of opposite side is parallel, this is parallel and equal also. We have to SR is parallel to PQ and SR is equals to PQ. So we can say it is a parallelogram. Therefore PQRS is a parallelogram, and the reason is that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram if a pair of opposite side is equal as well as parallel. So now we have proved that PQR is a parallelogram. Therefore we can say that RO is equals to PO and SO is equals to QO. That is due to the reason that the diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. This is only thing that we have to prove in this question, that RP and SQ bisect each other. So we have already proved that.